Prime Minister Narendra Modi made an unannounced visit to Adampur Airbase, one of India's largest strategic airbases, and lauded the armed forces for their bravery in recent operations. He declared that Operation Sindoor had set a clear Lakshman Rekha for Pakistan and emphasized India's new anti-terror policy, stating that nuclear blackmail would no longer deter India from retaliating against terrorism. The PM also condemned Pakistan for using civilian aircraft as shields during military engagements. BSF Constable Purnam Kumar Shaw released by Pakistan Rangers after inadvertent cross-border incident. In a positive development amid strained India-Pakistan relations, Border Security Force, BSF, Constable Purnam Kumar Shaw, who was detained by Pakistan Rangers on April 23rd after accidentally crossing the international boundary in Punjab's Firozpur sector, was repatriated on Wednesday. In a reciprocal gesture, India also returned a Pakistan Rangers personnel detained along the Rajasthan border earlier this month. The release comes days after both countries agreed to a cessation of military operations on May 10th. India deports undocumented Bangladeshi migrants amid repatriation concerns. India has recently intensified efforts to deport undocumented Bangladeshi migrants, pushing back hundreds through the eastern border. The move follows detentions in Gujarat and other states, with Bangladesh urging India to follow formal repatriation protocols. Amritsar Hooch tragedy death toll reaches 23. 2 more arrested from Delhi. The death toll in the Amritsar Hooch tragedy has risen to 23, with 2 more laborers succumbing to spurious liquor in the Mujithai area. Punjab police have arrested 2 more individuals from Delhi, taking the total arrests to 16. The victims, mostly daily wage workers, were from villages including Bengali, Padalpuri, and Talwandi-Kuman. Authorities are intensifying investigations into the supply chain of the illicit liquor. India's indigenous weapon systems outperform Chinese, Turkish tech in Operation Sindoor. India's homegrown defense systems, including the Akash, SAM, and BrahMos, proved highly effective against Pakistan's Chinese and Turkish-supplied weapons during Operation Sindoor, according to government and military officials. The strikes showcased India's technological edge, with Pakistani air defenses failing to intercept precision-guided Indian munitions. Defense exports have surged 34-fold since 2014, with global interest growing in India-made systems. India-Pakistan Indus Waters Treaty in Limbo. Delhi demands end to cross-border terror before resuming talks, amidst heightened tensions following the Pahalgam terror attack and subsequent military clashes. India has placed the Indus Waters Treaty, IWT, of 1960 in abeyance, demanding Pakistan cease cross-border terrorism before re-engaging. While Pakistan signals willingness to discuss treaty terms, India insists on bilateral negotiations, excluding third-party mediation, and seeks revisions to the dispute resolution mechanism. U.S. stocks showed mixed performance on Wednesday, as investors balanced optimism over trade deals and AI investments in the Middle East against lingering Fed rate cut uncertainty. While megacap tech stocks like Nvidia and AMD surged, utilities dragged the S&P 500 lower. All eyes are now on Fed Chair Powell's upcoming speech for policy clues. Trump meets Syrian leader in Saudi Arabia, pushes for Israel ties as you, lifts sanctions in a surprising diplomatic move, former you. President Donald Trump met with Syria's interim president Ahmed al-Shara in Saudi Arabia, urging him to normalize relations with Israel. The meeting came shortly after Trump announced the lifting of sanctions on Syria's Islamist-led government. Trump later traveled to Qatar, securing a massive $1.2 trillion deal involving Boeing aircraft sales. The trip has raised eyebrows, particularly over a controversial Qatari offer to gift Trump a Boeing jet for presidential use. In a groundbreaking move to modernize school education, Assam has become one of the first states in India to introduce artificial intelligence, AI, financial literacy, and sign language as elective subject for higher secondary HS students. This initiative, aligned with the National Education Policy, NEP, 2020, aims to equip students with 21st century skills, promote inclusivity, and enhance career readiness. To ensure smooth implementation, the Assam State School Education Board, ASEB, launched a 3-day residential training program for teachers at IIT Guwahati, where the newly developed AI textbook was officially unveiled. Ravichandran Ashwin's heartfelt tribute to Virat Kohli after his Test retirement highlights the former captain's relentless energy, game-changing moments, and unmatched passion for the format. Ashwin reminisces about Kohli's on-field intensity, compares him to legends like Warner and de Villiers, and underscores the irreplaceable void his departure leaves in Test cricket.